Another beautiful day for inside here to bring on a matter the way they hot for inside Nigeria. Welcome to Updated Precious. My body they always sweet me to bring on an update on matter the way they hot for inside the country. And now here we they bring on all the buzzbuzz, all the things that way they share for inside the country. Ah, now, wow, matter hot, well, not be smart, because while matter is hotting, our president may be somewhere now chillaxing as they have right now entertained and, taking care of our president in faraway St. Lucia, where he be say he did now. Because right now, our president there for the Caribbean city of St. Lucia, where, he goes some official visit. I will let you into that. I'll let you into that because the presidency, and Peter Obi, they do buzz boost to each other concerning that matter. But at the come, I will give you those conversations one at a time. I remember Saturday yesterday talk say the president, Peter Obi, criticize the president because of the St. Lucia trip. Talk say, hey, Oga, this one where you they go this kind of trip, especially at this time when people they hungry, especially at this time when your people they get as if eat them. This kind of trip where they go by this time, good now. How can you go on a trip when it be say people they like this country they as if people never see food chop? Then presidency don't reply. Presidency say, hey, not talk like that. How can you tell our president not to travel for official visit? Where go you at they come? I go tell her now wait till they talk. Welcome to the show once more. And before I just go ahead to bring on all the matter, make I quickly bring my guest for inside the house, Prince Francis Chilaka. Naide join us this evening. Prince Francis Chilaka, good evening, sir. Happy Sunday to you. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for
How
joining us. I appreciate you,
how
sir.
are you? How are you?
Fine, thank you. Fine, thank you. Okay, so before we continue, make a try to make a tradition, just to let you guys know. Welcome to the show, but make sure say at least you follow us like a village people. Or yeah, press the subscription button. Click them. You know what? You know they pay money. Not be DSTV, not be Go TV. Even DSTV and Go TV don't reduce price. So click on the subscription button, subscribe, like, follow us like a village people. Like this post as you just they enter the like them, they enter the like them. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Like this post, subscribe,
Let them
also
know my
share.
page too.
Now they come. Now wait till make us make a done like oh God, you real marketer. You're a real marketer, sir. Okay. So make sure also make sure say when I follow Prince Francis Chilaka at the Naked Truth TV01. Just search the Naked Truth. In fact, the thing be say before you don't search the Naked Truth finish, Prince Francis Chilaka don't come out. So you go see him. The Naked Truth TV01. You go see him there. All right. Prince Francis Chilaka, sir. As I make I tell you, say as we talk right now, our president they in the Caribbean island of St. Lucia, where he be say he go on official visit. Yesterday, Peter Obi been criticized the president on to say why you get to travel like that when you know say people they hungry and your country everything no dey in place. But the presidency now don't reply to Peter Obi talk say what's happen when you no go fit travel sake of say the travel then give reasons we make them feel say in suppose travel. But make I first give you their reasons. Then I will go back, go tell you what Peter Obi talk. So today, President Bola Tinubu government don't justify the president holiday trip to St. Lucia. I didn't write these stories. Oh. Remember, say not be me they write the stories. Now, as I see am for papers, Nigerian dailies, now the post for you. Nigerian news platforms. So don't hold me. So President Bola Tinubu's government don't justify the president's holiday trip to St. Lucia as aimed at say it they aimed at strengthening diplomatic and ancestral ties. We have to go find our forefathers. Or they will have to teach them their forefathers in St. Lucia. One of them, highlighting how a citizen of St. Lucia contributed as a medical doctor during the Nigerian Civil War. The Hotago. So if they feel help us, if one of the citizens, one, go fit help us during Civil War, why will no go fit go appreciate them? Now, Bayo Nanoga, now you talk this one, no presidential spokesperson for inside a statement he released today Sunday. He explained the importance of Mr. Tinubu's holiday in the country, the importance of the holiday in the country, dismissing criticism against the visit as mischievous and misguided. Say those when they criticize the thing, say they not understand, they mischievous and they misguided. Quoting him, he said, first, from the perspective of the government of St. Lucia, the visit by Nigerian leader paves the way for the rekindling of our ancestral bonds. Oh, our ancestral bonds. That is to go fan the fire, make it come back again. Igniting a new era of diplomatic, cultural, and economic possibilities between our nations and them. That's why it's our nations. He also added that, like many Caribbean nations, St. Lucia has a significant population of African ancestry. In the mid 19th century, a wave of immigrants from present day Nigeria arrived in St. Lucia, bringing cultural and religious practices that persist till today. So, the presidential spokesperson further explained that Nigeria and the citizens of the Caribbean have strong people to people links. That is, I want a bonding, people to people bonding. Listing the contributions of St. Lucia citizens in Nigeria in times of past, especially the Civil War. In fact, quoting him, he says, Suddenly Alexandra, a St. Lucian born jurist who died on February 10, 1989, served as Chief Justice of Nigeria from 1975 to 1979. It added that another Lucian, Neville Skete, an architect, contributed to the design of the Central Bank of Nigeria's corporate headquarters. The one who they, say, we can never they rebuild the headquarters of CBN. Nah, other was in the rebuild. But the CBN headquarters we did say now St. Lucian people now follow St. Lucian citizen now follow contribute to the architectural design. Additionally, Saint Sir Downley Alexandra's son, Michael, served as a medical doctor on the front line in the Nigerian army during the tragic civil war. So, explanation of for Mr. Tinubu's trip to St. Lucia followed criticism by opposition politicians like Peter Obi, Labour Party. That why would you? Now, let me tell you what Peter Obi said. Peter Obi criticized the trip. He said, why we go the holiday when he be say Nigeria they on fire, people they suffer. Say this President Tinubu pension for holiday one Nigerian suffer. Say they very disheartening. Say why go get this thing about always traveling when Nigerians they suffer. Say they good at all at all. Now waiting talk. Man quote some of the lines when talk. He say in the past 2 years, Nigeria has lost more people to all sorts of criminality than a country that is officially at war. Without any twilight, Nigeria ranks among the most insecure places in the world to live. Nigerians are hungrier, and most people do not know where their next meal will come from. And our president, they go do holiday. Quoting him further, he says, with such a gory picture of of one's country, you can imagine my bewilderment, my odiego, my ituego, my hell, when I saw a news release from the presidency announcing that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is departing Nigeria today for a visit to St. Lucia in the Caribbean. The presidency release merely confirmed an earlier news report since last week. Where don't they make the round say that kind of thing? They go say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will go on the Caribbean, and now they can't release them. That's what you talk. Now, according to Prime Minister's announcement, that announcement don't they go round. Now, Peter Obi further said, "I told the person who drew my attention to the Caribbean story that it cannot be true. No, wrong. Enough it be true." And that the president is just coming back from a holiday in Lagos. He go holiday for Lagos. After he go for France, then he come from there reach UK. Now he won't come go again. Quoting him further, he says, "I don't want to believe that anybody in the position of authority, more so the president, on whose table the buck stops in this country, will, with all the myriad problems in virtually all areas of governance, would contemplate or even think, I'm imagining a leisure trip at this time. This is a president going for a leisure trip why he couldn't even get to Mina, Niger State, where flood killed over 700 persons. And they see they disappear. Why he be say not even feel reach what they call them what's in this place name for Benue State, Yalewata for Benue State. Why did they go trip? But presidency don't answer them. Talk. Say, Oga, how can you be stating that kind of thing about our president? Make us show you video of our president right now for St. Lucia so that so seeing is believing. And the president was giving a presidential welcome to that St. Lucia, according to
Well, the
this report
president
by
will
Channels
kick off his
Television.
state visit to St. Lucia today by paying courtesy calls on the Governor General and Prime Minister. Now, the president arrived in Beaufort, St. Lucia yesterday, marking the first leg of his two-nation trip to the Caribbean and South America. President Bola Tinubu, upon arrival at the Hewanora International Airport, was accorded full military honors and received by the Governor General of St. Lucia, His Excellency Cyril Errol Charles, and Prime Minister Philip Pierre. Now, the President will kick off his visit today by paying courtesy calls on the Governor General and, of course, the Prime Minister. And after that, the President will address a special joint session of the Senate and the House of Assembly of St. Lucia tomorrow. The event will take place at the William Jefferson Clinton Ballroom at Sandals Grant in Gross Islet. Guests include the heads of government of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, senior St. Lucian government officials, members of the diplomatic corps, the Nigerian community in St. Lucia, and the Director General of the OECS, Dr. Didacus Jules. President Bola Tinubu will also hold a high-level working luncheon with the heads of government of the OECS after the joint session of the Parliament of St. Lucia.
Okay, so I just make a show an EG, for example, make on see this video, of course, and report is courtesy of Channels Television. I then make the reports. So Prince Francis Chilaka, so please come and help us separate this buzzbuzz between these two people, Peter Obi and the presidency. You know,
It's not about Peter.
A workman not deserve a holiday. The president they go through a lot too.
It's not, see, Precious. It's not about Peter. It's about morality. It's the fact that this president lacks morals. This president does not care about the Nigerian people. This president is interested in ensuring that he enjoys his new jet. That's just it. When you say St. Lucia, whatever you want to call it, you know, I mean, since morning I've been trying to wrap my head around it and saying, you know, what do we stand to benefit from this St. Lucia? And then suddenly, you know,
our relationship with ancestral lineage.
Wait now, calm down. Okay. Suddenly, Bola Tinubu wakes up and decides to go down the lane of history. Meanwhile, this is the same government that has made it difficult for history to be taught in our schools. So who is he educating? Is he educating the Nigerians who do not have access to history books? Or is he educating himself? See, the truth of the matter is that we've not gotten it right in terms of leadership in this country. God has blessed Nigeria with everything we need. If only those in power can channel the resources in the right direction, Nigerians will not need to be crying. If we had good security, we had good road networks, we had good functional hospitals. If President Bola Tinubu likes to go to the moon every week, nobody will be bothered. But people are bothered because we have seen the devastating effect of what has happened in Benue State. Even after his presidential visit to Benue State, those people who have been killing people have not abated. They have not stopped killing people. People are still being kidnapped. So we expect that the president will sit down and face the problem of Nigeria. You have to remove the speck in your eyes before you try to remove the log in another person's eyes. And that is what Peter Obi is saying. Sit down, work. You said you were prepared over 25, 30 years for this work. So sit down and do the work. Not you know, going around the globe like a globetrotter. That's not what we want. There is hunger in the land. There is poverty ravaging the land. What are you doing? That's the question people are asking. Nobody said that your president cannot go on any trip he wants to go to.
But the president don't work hard to come make sure saying create tax reform bills for us. We go make things better for us. And who they say they celebrate them the other day, saying don't launch the tax reform bills. So from now, Nigerians go begin to enjoy because of the tax reform bills.
From what we hear, don't forget that from what is on the table, your so-called beautiful bride, which has turned into the tax reform bill, will take effect from January 2026. Yes. That's when it will take effect.
You won't give us grace more.
You know, so the thing we see, let me tell you, he was in Lagos for how long? It was holiday. He went to France to UK to Lagos to Abuja. He worked for 1 or 2 days. Now, see, let me ask you this question, Precious. Sir? When Mr. President was asked to go to Benue State, he said he needed to clear his table before he can travel to Benue State. After 5 days, that people have been massacred in Benue State. And then all of a sudden, in less than 24 hours, his table has been cleared for him to travel out of the country. Is that not the height of mediocrity?
Yeah.
That is what it is. If it takes you 5 days or more to clear your table to visit your own locality, but in less than 24 hours, your table has been cleared, every assignment has been done, then you can travel out of the country. And the likes of Bola Ononuga, I mean, I don't expect anything less than what he's doing. That is what he's employed to do. He who pays the piper dictates the tone. So he must defend his boss. Even if the boss decides to stay wherever he's gone for 2 weeks, 1 month, he will give you reasons. So suddenly we have our brothers and sisters in the, is this St Lucia you call it?
St Lucia.
St Lucia. We didn't know now. We don't know say we get our, you know, our ancestors there.
You know, so our carry.
We don't know now. You know, it's good.
And we need to
Because
you know
that Mr. President is trying to trace the genealogy of Alex. Then we know whether the Alex when he mentioned, then we really know where it come from. Because tomorrow now, another person will appear from that place when come becoming roommate.
Are you talking about Alex, our friend?
No, classmate.
Our classmates. Oh no, yes. That one now, Yibo man. You know from Caribbean.
You know matter. You should be Yibo man. If you listen at that place the man come out from. Hell. After all, you get some Yibo where they Nigeria where they become naturalized, where they don't even know where they come out from again. People like the Chagoris, they don't know where they come out from. They don't know where they just know in Nigeria.
They be Lebanese.
Which they never naturalized for Nigeria.
Then they be Nigerian citizens. Not be only them be Nigerian citizens.
So what do they talk about?
Be Nigerian citizens.
So the point I'm trying to make is that, you know, I think that sometimes I keep saying, take the message, leave out the messenger. And that's a problem government have. Government never leaves out the messenger. Government never takes the message seriously. What they do is they attack the messenger while allowing the message to waste. The messenger has delivered a message. And the question we should be asking, that message is delivered. Are there things we should take home from it? Are there valid points that we should take from it? Yes, there are.
Which and the valid point, the Peter Obi message.
Yes, the valid point is that you cannot be jumping from one country to another when your own country is not stable. You cannot be doing that as a leader.
But not vex so. I would cry. People go talk.
President Bola Tinubu, let us look at it between Nigeria and what do you call St Lucia? Good. Between Nigeria and these two countries, which one has more economic viability? Which one should be looked up to as a giant? Is it not Nigeria? It is the president that should come to Nigeria and come and pay homage. But no, your president goes hand in cap for every country. When he will come back now Benin Republic, he will go. From Benin Republic now, maybe na Kotangora he will enter.
No, now this is unfair.
No, but it's the truth. That is what the president has told himself to do. You have every time in this country, we've had presidents who do not have dignity for this country. They don't respect this country. They do not respect this country. Because the way they go to foreign lands, which of these foreign leaders have come to Nigeria? Which of them?
But we've been hosting people. Oh. See, the newly elected governor of Gabon the other day came to Nigeria. See, we'll be hosting different people. The other day, the vice president of Germany, be vice chancellor. What did they call him again? Vice secretary, whatever. He came to Nigeria. So we'll be hosting different dignitaries. Bill Gates, in fact, Bill Gates comes here like it's his backyard. So
is Bill Gates a president?
He's a high individual.
Is he a president? Is he a president?
No, sir.
Why has Donald Trump not been to Nigeria? Yes. Now that you're talking about it. Why has Nigeria?
Okay, sir.
If Nigeria was truly the giant of Africa, your president don't need to move anywhere. People should come and pay him homage. But nobody's doing that. Suddenly now, your president has given this country the publicity they don't even have. That's what he has done. He is the one marketing other nations. Meanwhile, his own nation cannot be marketed.
Okay, are you saying that this trip now where you go, no actually they market Nigeria, rather they help market the country where they go to now?
How is he marketing Nigeria? In what value is this trip going to add to Nigeria? The ones your president has gone before, where are the things to show for it? All we hear is that, oh, they have signed bilateral agreement. these people are promised to invest 50 billion. Where are the investments? If these investments that they put on paper are here in Nigeria, a lot of companies will be closing down. Meanwhile, the indigenous company in Nigeria are closing down because of the harsh reality they are faced with. And then you think that any sensible country or any sensible businessman will come into Nigeria today to invest, considering the insecurity in the land. Because most of the people coming to invest, they're going to come to invest in agriculture, in mining. So if you're coming to invest in agriculture, will you, precious, the way you are now, if you have several millions or billions, will you go and invest in agriculture in Benue State?
Hey, why they use me to example now?
Will you go and invest in agriculture in Kebbi State or in Borno State? So what are we talking about? There is no state in Nigeria where security is 100%. So how do you expect a foreigner to come and invest where the indigenous people are running away from? Do you know how many Nigerians that are jackpotting every day? Because of the hard reality, hard economic situation people are faced. So when people sit down behind their keyboards and begin to type all manner of rubbish, and they believe that, oh, let us push it down the throat of Nigerians. Nigerians have become wiser. And the likes of Bola Tinubu needs to understand that Nigerians are tired of all this press release. We're tired of it. What we want to see is practical evidence that the life of Nigerians are improving, that security is improving, that poverty, rather than pushing more people into, multidimensional poverty, that people are being pulled out of it. I'm sure that I read somewhere today that there's a US report on Nigeria it talked about transportation, it talked about the health sector, it talked about water, it talked about insecurity. Now, with all those kind of reports, who do you think in his right mind would come and invest in Nigeria? Even the Chagoris, what are their investments in Nigeria right now? The only investment they have in Nigeria is that they are the ones handling most of your construction jobs, which they've been paid for. Other than that, what are their investments? So these are questions we all are asking. The states where your president should sit down and declare a state of emergency, no, he will not. But in River State, obviously, you know what has happened. You have a consultant running River State, an expatriate from Cross River State running River State. And then to now rub it onto the people of Rivers, you're also bringing another expatriate all the way from Cross River to handle elections in River State.
We will get to River State, but because of, say, you mentioned insecurity, we could just touch light on matter we get to do with insecurity very sharply, because just one would think, say, things concerning insecurity go don't stop. It can't be like, say, they even increase, because even today, as they talk to you, say, recently, some DSS officers were killed by wanted bandits, Turjibeli. You can't the one that say, I think say would they find this man. But before I get to him, make I tell you, so for even inside the Benue State where problem day, it still continue like that now. As Uday community for inside Guma local, they remember say, yellow what way that thing happened, they still there for inside Guma. So this same local government will happen, another one don't happen again. For inside Guma local government area, and they don't throw them into panic again. Today, Sunday, following an attempted attack by suspected headsmen, which reportedly left 3 police officers fired dead. 3 police officers. Now, eyewitnesses said the gunmen ambushed the officers during the attack and allegedly made away with their rifles. They attacked these policemen, carried their gun, then come out. As of the time of filing the report, however, the Benue State Police Command was yet to, report or speak on the issue at hand. But that happened today, Sunday, when Ibisi, the people of Benue State ordinarily supposed to go church. You understand? In fact, still for inside Benin State, they come or you plenty for Benin State, no vex. So they go fit carry all of them together. Now, we also hear say security operatives don't rescue about 13 abducted Benue Link passengers. Remember, there was a video making the round about a supposed Fulani headsman bragging on how they go the target cars will be Benue Link, will they owned by Benue State, and they will bring out the 2 people with they there, kidnap them or do anything to them. And that has been happening. If you notice, if you've been close to the news, you go down here say from time to time, Benue Link, they always come under attack. Now, it was reported that the passengers were abducted in AK in Okpoku local government area of Benue State. The chairman of the local government area, Ada Inelugu, confirmed the rescue of the abductees today, Sunday. So they don't abduct this ones the way we say then back for inside Benue State. Still for inside Benue State again. Suspected herdsmen, military, don't exchange fire again. This time around, not be police again, na military. For inside the same, this one is still for inside Guma local government area. In fact, today, Sunday afternoon, indicated that there is an ongoing exchange of gunfire between suspected herdsmen and military personnel near She Asha and Ukange villages in Guma local government area. The same local government, though, one now, the other one, yeah, the same local government area. Now, eyewitnesses said the confrontation is taking place approximately 2 kilometers from the Otashe community, internally displaced persons. That is, the thing they near where IDPs did. That means their point was to actually go and attack the IDPs. But at least the military helped repel them. A resident, Zege Okwande, said security operatives have yet to issue an official statement regarding the incident. Efforts to reach the Benue State Police Command again for statement concerning this all prove abortive again for inside Benue State. Again. Meanwhile, on a okay, make I let you land, sir. Go ahead.
I thought that your chief of army staff, is it General Musa? Yes, I thought he has relocated to Benue State. Yes. Or has he come back? Has he left Benue State? You see, a few days back, I heard that some people were arrested for being responsible for the attack in Ziyelewata or so. And I said, it's funny, it's interesting. If you have arrested 20 people, or so they claim, and the people I saw that were being, brought out of the car, and I was asking myself, if you arrest Yahoo boys, you showcase them with their faces showing. You wear them a big signboard. You want Nigerians to know who these ones are. Yet you arrest people who have gone to massacre Nigerians, burnt them, burnt their house, and you don't show their faces. And we think we think that this government is serious about fighting insecurity. No, this government is not. So long as you keep hiding people, so long as you keep having this mindset, oh, some people, they've been arrested, they've repented, and you're going to rehabilitate them, you're creating monsters. So in all of this thing that has happened, or that is happening across Benue, Plateau, and all of other states, why is it that the Sultan of Sokoto is keeping mute? Why is it that Arewa youths are keeping mute? But meanwhile, when some people who were coming back from either a wedding or so were butchered in Plateau State, hell was let loose. Why is it that the Northern Elders Forum are keeping mute? Why is it even that, like your guest the other day said, why is it that Atiku Abubakar himself is keeping mute?
Well, he spoke about the water attack.
Why is it that Buhari is keeping mute?
Now Buhari you go meet. Erufai no talk about the water attack at all.
Let me tell you the truth. Buhari has this, there's this how do I describe it? I don't want to use organic because organic shows good love. But there's this head mentality in the north about Buhari. You know the way cows move, sheep and all of that. Once one is in the front and takes that trajectory, everybody follows. Why is somebody like Buhari keeping mute? Why is he not coming out to speak against the evil being committed by his people? But while he was a president, he was fast to want to introduce Ruga, which was a clandestine way of trying to settle all these marauding killers. So why is he keeping quiet? It is the issue of this insecurity that Peter Obi is talking about. You have a country where your citizens can move freely. Your citizens can't sleep with their two eyes closed. And you, as a president who claims to have spent 25 to 30 years preparing for this position, cannot sit at home and find a solution to it. I heard they said 2 days working visit or 2 days holiday. By tomorrow, all the ministers, including the Senate president, all of them, they will take a plane and go and give him file to sign there. What's going on this trip? Did he transmit power to his deputy or to the vice president? So who is in charge of the country? Because your vice president is not in charge of the country. So who is in charge of the country? And these are questions, when you ask them, they tell you, oh, you hate APC, you hate Bola Tinubu. Nobody hates anybody. All we're asking for is good governance, transparency, accountability. That's all we're asking for. If as a president you're going out of the country, did you give power to your vice to act?
You know, go take now. Not the thing.
It doesn't matter. Because tomorrow now, if there's a problem that they need to release a press release, he will be in foreign land, by analogy will release a press release. So meanwhile, you have a vice. And this is why I keep saying that we have a problem with the 1999 Constitution. And that document is the bane of our problem. It's the bane of our problem. Until we are ready as a people to discard that document and develop a document that accepts and shows the reality of Nigeria of today, we keep having these issues. So it's just unfortunate, it's sad the way Nigerian lives no longer matter. Nobody's secured. Very soon now, they're going to kidnap people from internet.
God forbid.
No, see, Nigerians, God forbid. God forbid. When God has given you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, God forbid. When you're supposed to use your common sense and do things, God forbid. That's the problem of Nigerians.
So Prince Francis Chilaka, there's a disturbing video about what's his name? Bello Turju rejoicing and praising supposed God, if it was really God he was praising, after he had gotten down and be killed. I don't want to use that word. Some DSS officers. But before I get to that conversation, now Abuja residents are worried about a rising development because scavengers are now increasingly clustering in the neighborhoods of Mararaba, Yaya, Karu, Lugbe, and Kuba axis of the Federal Capital Territory. And this is actually raising concerns by of the citizens or residents. Residents have expressed concerns about the activities of these scavengers who rummage for recyclable materials like plastic and scrap metals, and then have been accused of engaging in robbery and other criminal acts, including kidnapping. Right now, ordinarily, say people wey dey responsible for this kind of scavenger work and all that. Most of the people they do now people from the northern extraction. Now would they know where they do am. But people now don't they look and like say that they ethnically profile them by getting worried unnecessarily. Meanwhile, Abuja residents said that in recent times, especially since Bola Tinubu administration, they don't they come under attack too many times for them not to be careful and worry. Do you think it's a cause to worry?
So, see, anything that affects the security of lives and property of anybody in any environment is a cause for worry. I've seen several videos of these scavengers doing terrible things. I've seen them carry somebody's generator cross the fence. I've seen them break into people's houses. I've seen the videos. See, it shows you that we are having problem with security in this country. And that's why I keep saying it's not about building bridges like your Minister for FCT is doing. If you build all the bridges in this world, you have all the roads in this world, and the people cannot use it, what have you achieved? I think that the FCT minister Wike should spend more time securing the people in Abuja. He needs to do that, especially those axes you have mentioned. Sometimes they come in several numbers, and they hold communities within that area hostage. They rob them for hours. And this idea of the Nigerian police not responding to emergency calls is alarming. It's getting out of hand. If you have a problem and you call the police, it takes them hours to come. And by the time they come, the ill has already been done. So if you're telling me that the police does not have the manpower, Precious, what is wrong with pulling out policemen that are busy protecting individuals? Why do you license and register private companies when they cannot be used? A lot of policemen today, especially the mobile policemen, what do they do? You see them as security guards. You see them escorting trucks. Is that what they're employed to do? You see them, there's a video that has been trending where a celebrity was jogging and policemen were running, following him. And we hear that they want to investigate. But after the investigation, what happens? Will we see the result of that investigation? We see a lot of Chinese companies, you see policemen guarding them as if they're guarding your president. These are businessmen. They've come to Nigeria to do business. They're earning in foreign exchange. So why don't they employ private security companies to protect them?
But private security, they like, be like, it's not such a big deal in Nigeria now. Sir.
Because the government has rendered them redundant. You and I know that abroad, it is private security men that protect celebrities. They're the ones that protect the VIPs. But in Nigeria, anybody, once you have money, you can get as many policemen as you want. And then we're saying we don't have enough manpower. Meanwhile, the manpower we have, do you know how many policemen are attached to your Senate president? What does it need all that number of policemen for?
All right, sir. So let's quickly move to other conversations. I'd like to play that video concerning Tuju Bello. Even as this thief issue they happen, the SGF don't tell thief people, say, make them learn to live in peace with each other, with their neighbors, especially the thief people for inside Taraba State. But make we leave that conversation. I know, say, we won't get a lot to talk about them because of time, because we need to get into River State issue and the opposition issue. Now, here is a video of Tuju Bello rejoicing, and I don't know if you understand Hausa or Fufu. I don't know the language you're speaking, but you can help us interpret. Anybody who sabi understand the language, may they help us interpret what's in they talk about. Now, this is a video we hear the recorded immediately after killing DSS officers of the Department of State Security Service. After he killed them, he did thank God, he did praise God, or whatever it was he was doing, which I cannot tell because I do not understand Hausa. So please, if you understand the language, kindly put us through on what he's saying. Would really love an explanation. And then let's understand why it's been impossible for our security agencies to apprehend this guy and nipping activities.
Yawa dana dan turji Allah taimake ka muna gode ma Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ya azirta mu wannan rana ta yau da muke wanda Allah azirta mu da makiya Allah makiya addinin musulunci a wannan yankuna namu da suka so sai sun tozartar da yan uwan mu a bari a haska mota da kanana wajen mota bashari maniya wannan muna tunanin shine kan bashari maniya ga shi nan dai bashari ta'ala muna kyautata da kai Allah ya yarda mun gabatar da suwa za su ta shiga jahannama insha Allah Allahu akbar bi abin da suka shuka don ba su bari ba insha Allah muna tabbatar ma kowa ya Allah ya yarda sai mun yi nasara alilan imani galibatin bi idinillahi ma sabirina insha Allah.
All right, so Prince Francis Chilakasa, I'd like you to react to this. Why has it become impossible to arrest this guy? and hold him responsible? Why is it hard to do? Why has it become very
It,
hard to
it,
do? Now, some
Precious.
parts of the video I had to block because it has,
Yes,
some,
I
very
understand.
disturbing
When
images.
when we talk about these people, first of all, don't forget that the government gave us the impression they don't know who they are, they don't know where they are, and they cannot locate them. Few months back, I think a few weeks back, there was a meeting held, was it in Kebbi or Sokoto State, with this same bandits, some of them. And you saw the leaders of these bandits coming for a meeting with government officials, where they said they were trying to negotiate with them to have for peace. And I've always said, and I keep saying it, any peace you embark upon without justice is peace of the graveyard. That peace will never see the light of day. So it's not like government does not know what to do. It's not like government does not know where they are. The government knows where they are. After all, if you recall, Sheikh Gumi used to go and meet with them. And we are also told, which was reported severally, that each of these meetings, he goes with government officials. Severally, there has been open meetings in Katsina State, you recall. There was a meeting between the bandits and government officials where they said they wanted to create a working relationship. The bottom line of this is that from everything that's going on, the government is complicit in what is going on. It is easy for government to arrest somebody who is talking against government on Twitter, on Facebook, but they're finding it difficult to arrest these same people. Meanwhile, the government has all the equipment, all the paraphernalia to be able to track them. When these DSS men set out, they didn't come to the house to get them. They went on duty. So when they set out, who went with them? They just went on their own. So this is where it pains a lot of us. I have spent about 5-6 years in the north. I have quality friends from the north. When I say quality friends. And I'm proud of the friends I have from the north.
So what exactly was he saying? Do you by chance understand him? I beg anybody who understands what he's saying,
What
can you
he's
tell us
saying
and
is
explain to us?
he's actually more like expressing joy that they were able to kill those officers and thanking God more or less like it. That's in summary what he was saying.
Thanking God, that is God, though.
Is
God.
it? Have you not watched when they want to behead somebody? These guys are not following Islam the way it should be. They are adulterating Islam. They are adulterating Islam. Islam is a wonderful religion. You need to read about Islam. But you have a lot of people.
So why are the religious leaders in the same Islam not talking to them? Why didn't they correct the activities? Just like what many will ask, why are they not saying something? And say, no, what you people why are they not condemning them and saying, no, you people are not representing a religion well? Why are they not
Precious.
doing anything, sir?
The same problem you have with the same problem you have in Islam, you have it in Christianity. It's all about interest. That is why you see the likes of Dr. Bahina and others fighting war every day on the pulpit. Bahina will tell you, tithe, offering, all of this is not in the Bible. Others will tell you that Damina is mad, he's sick. It's all about interest, where your interest lies. But unfortunately, we have people who now see religion as an opportunity to commit crimes. And they hold on to it.
Okay. All right. So let's quickly move because we have other conversations to jump onto. Before we get into politics proper and visit River State, my dear River State politics, because while we know, say, the governor of River State may likely now In fact, River State is secured for President Bola Tinubu. That one don't be sealed and signed and delivered. And I just to make a help on her now, say one more state for inside the South now. Also don't be secured. And in fact, almost all the South states now. Because today, yesterday, Oga Mon, the people of Edo State don't talk, say no shaking. Say him on his own. 2.5 million votes straight to the president. Make I just play and why they talk. I'm not
How
gonna yell
are
and
all
use
these
ginger
things
body. So that one I
happening?
go the ginger and swagger.
If the
No, so precisely he was talking about presidents giving them support so that they can build roads and repair roads and doing so this wouldn't have been possible if the president did not support them. And then it now reminds me of what a lot of people said, especially Delta State Governor and Akwa Ibom State Governor when they decamp, say they need to decamp so that they go feed the channel to the center. So that they go feel work for them people. So it be like say if you know they channel to the center, that is to the president, you cannot do work for your people. And that's why he's thanking the
how
president.
are all these things happening?
That's it.
If the president is not behind us, it can never happen. So such a man, how do we pay him? 2027, we must pay him. We said in Edo, it is settled. Our 2.5 million votes, it is settled in Edo State. When he was contesting, I was contesting for Senate at the same time. Nobody gave him chance.
Aww.
They seized the money, they seized petrol. It's only air that God created that they could not seize. There was nothing seizable to frustrate him that they could not seize.
Chai.
Now he's sitting there. He's releasing everything. You say he will not get
For the
that vote.
opposition.
He must have it.
So Prince Francis Chilakas, I say make I just play and small give it.
You
But
know,
what's
you know, you know,
happening
wait.
as people fill the place, the clap, they scanty, no reach the
You know
crowd.
why? You know why I laugh at people like the governor of Edo State.
Why is
He
that?
knows that the governor of Edo State knows that deep inside of him, he didn't win the election. Yes, he knows that, and he knows that if tomorrow there's going to be a free and fair election in Edo State, he will not come third, despite being a governor. And you know this way politicians speak, as if the people's vote no longer matters. That is where it is annoying to every Nigerian. Suddenly, the people that in Edo State between now and 2027, nobody will be 18 years and above. That's what he's trying to say. Nobody will be, no new voters will be registered. So already he has earmarked a number of votes that only him and his cabinet will not give to Mr. President. And he's forgetting that there are other political parties in the state that gave him a run for this governorship. In other words, he's saying now that those parties don't matter. He's also saying to Nigerians that your votes don't count. And then the most insulting part of this speech, which is the same storyline that other governors who are even from PDP that have defected are using, is that they need to be close to Mr. President to get more. Are they not collecting their monthly allocation from FAC? My own governor, that is the, what do they call him? Opus Odema. I think they call him, is it progressive governors or whatever they call it, chairman?
He's the chairman of Progressive Governors Forum.
How many projects has he been able to bring from the federal to the state?
They say don't do more road passing any other governor.
Which road? Go to Imo State. Go to Imo State. Go to Imo State. Precious, hold on.
People are saying that he's true, that he has done a lot of roads.
Precious. Go to Imo. I can pay your flight to go to Imo State. I can afford to do that. Go to Imo State and show me if there's any road linking Mbise to Aba and Umaya. Go and find out.
So that means he did other road.
It's not what they bring when they bring computer-generated roads and to show Nigerians.
No, but people said it really worked.
Where is the work now? Who are the people?
Maybe
Who
he
are
did,
the
maybe the
people?
work never reach here. Maybe he never reach him, say, but the work they come small now.
They never reach him. Say for how many years now? Going to have, how many more years does he have? So when these people come out to say they want to get close to the central, it's annoying. It is insulting. It means that the states are no longer independent of the federal. So if that is the way it is, then there is no need for them to be collecting their monthly allocations. So they should just leave the monthly allocation, wait for the state to even pay them their own salaries. When Bola Tinubu was governor of Lagos State, the allocation for him, for his state, was he not getting it? He was getting it. When Fashola was governor of Lagos State, I remember vividly well, it's on record. Most of the federal roads Fashola executed, he sent his bill to the federal government and they paid for it. So what is Okonkwo talking about? What is he talking about? It shows you how empty he is as a governor. If all he can ever think about at this stage is how to deliver votes, and he forgets that he's just one man, he has one vote. In other words, what he's saying is that he has mapped out the way to rig the election in favor of Mr. President. So tell me, where is democracy in all of this? Where is the sovereignty of the people? It's the same language he has used, the same language the governor of Delta State has used, the language the governor of Akwa Ibom has used. In other words, it looks like there's a script that has been written, which they hand over to them to come and tell the people. Democracy is not about you deciding who somebody should vote for. It's about people deciding who they will vote for.
Okay, sir. All right, so let's move straight to other issues, especially as they get to do with River State right now, because plenty enjoyment there for River State now. A lot of people they happy. Say settlements don't happen for River State, and then to come cap the matter, it can't be say Wike friend. Anyanwu come celebrating 60th birthday. Say Wike dey 50 something years old. Anyanwu dey 60, but Wike they call Anyanwu in junior brother. You understand that kind of thing? But at the core, make I get straight to that conversation. But before I get there, let's get straight to what's going on and what's playing out in River State. We've talked about the security issues a bit. So the River State governor, Siminalayi Fubara, he don't distance himself from campaign materials for the 2027 election. He say make him supporters and calm down now. Let them conquer, let them calm down. Why are they behaving like this? Because some people really put caps and all that, all those kind of things. And you say, no. You no follow for that one. So what you want right now is peace. See, that the only thing we want right now. I am not aware of it. I did not authorize or send anyone. Every one of us should understand that what we have done, that we have done our best, and what we need right now is peace in the state. In fact, he reiterate the matter for peace. He even talk, say nothing day too big. No price wey dey too big to pay for peace. Make I just go play you an excerpt of wetin do. Say after the reconciliation with in Oga over the week, yesterday they see him and in Oga for burial for inside of the local government. So we call the then say they don't really reconcile. Everything don't define. Even though the terms and agreement or the terms and conditions to that agreement never really dey known to many. But when we hear wetin in talk, this na im first speech after that agreement with them.
I think
Stage now courtesy of Channels Television and Symphony TV.
we have fought. I think in my own assessment and in the assessment of anyone that is here who genuinely, if you're genuine in this struggle, you will know that we have done what we need to do. At this point, if you want to be truthful to yourself, not lying to yourself, the only solution is peace. I didn't say that there is no price that is too big to pay for peace. I meant it, and I am still ready to follow it to the end. Nobody can take away the road my other played. That's the truth. Yeah, we have our differences that led to this, but nobody here will say he doesn't know the role the man played. Nobody will say he doesn't. Nobody can whisk away the risks he took. Yes, at the
The
point we had
risk
our
we took.
differences. And if today there is need for us to settle, please, anyone who genuinely believe in me should understand that it is right to do. And the projects that we initiated, big road, have been abandoned. Look at other things that we initiated. Without this crisis, by now I know where I was. We know the progress we have recorded. We know areas that would have developed these things better than what it is today. So there is need for this peace. That is the truth. Like I said, it's heavy, it's bitter, but we must accept the situation and move on with it.
So you don't hear what's in talk. He say the situation, if you know they happy and if you they bitter, but say everybody need to accept them and move on with the situation. I go like me react them before I go to waiting week talk and then waiting other people don't get to talk about this reconciliation because some people for inside River State don't also react concerning this their reconciliation. And some of them now mixed feeling, even including politicians. But let me take a reaction to what he just said first of all, then we'll get straight to other reactions.
If you listen to Similai Fubara very well, attentively, you will see that he was speaking like a man that had a gun pointed to his head. You know, when there's a military coup and you are asked to resign or give a speech to tell your people that you are laying your hands off, that's the way he was talking. I pity him, honestly speaking. I feel for him because he has been reduced to nothing.
Eh? So, but is
Yeah,
this enough for some people to think that he's an ingrate? Because some people think he's ungrateful to
please,
those
please,
who fought
please, let
Sam.
me tell you, let me say, it's not about being an ingrate. First and foremost, people have held this opinion that, oh, Wike made him. Everybody around Wike is Wike's boy. Even those that are older than him, they're his boy.
Yes.
In other words, if Wike believes that it is money that answered all things. Unfortunately for Fubara, I keep saying, started a war and was not ready to fight to the end. You do not fight somebody like Wike and give him a breathing space. But you see,
A
politics,
bumper to bumper. Eh?
unfortunately, politics in Nigeria is about interest. There's nothing else. So in the last few months, Fubara has felt the fact that he has been denied the largesse of the office he was occupying. Money when as you get office where you go there, like a Nefele, when he be CBN governor. Now left, right, center, forward, they throw away money. So Fubara, suddenly it has dawned on him that, man, money not they come again. No. I don't get normal, I don't get escort. I don't no siren. If I dey pass, I just dey pass like local man. It is those largesse of the office that is driving him to accept whatever conditions he has been given.
But he had said before that his spirit and soul has left the place now.
Let me finish. It is not about peace. It's not about the Rivers people. In this whole brouhaha and what is playing out right now, the Rivers people do not matter. Whether he tells you his spirit has left or his shadow has left him. No. The man has tasted the sugar. He will not spit it out. If, as it is today, if the condition Wike gives to Fubara is to walk naked in the entire River State, Fubara will do it. After all, when I waka finish, I go wear my cloth back. I go occupy my seat as governor. Fubara is tired of the fact that an expatriate is running the state for him. But in all of this, he has not asked himself, those who put their lives on the line, those who got injured, those who died in this process, what have they fought for? What have they gained? What have they benefited? See, that's what they tell Nigerian people. No, see, no politician is worth dying for. You die for a politician at your own risk. Because in the daytime, the politician will be with you, telling you, I'm struggling, I want to get this thing. In the night, the same people holding him down, you go dine with them, go drink champagne, drink whiskey with them. That is the truth. That is the reality.
All right, so let's quickly take reaction of some Rivers indigents. Here is Ankil Briggs reacting to this purported reconciliation or supposed reconciliation on Arise Television. So let's take a listen to her. And then we'll also go to what Wiki had to say. I think it was yesterday or so today during Sam Anyanwu's 60th birthday. But here is Ankil Briggs.
Truth of the
Kindly
matter
take
is
a
that
listen.
this is not the first time that the president has come into the political crisis in Rivers State. So that for me is a caution. Number two, the fact that we don't actually have the content of what has been agreed to, we cannot speculate. The issue of Rivers State is too huge and too critical to Nigeria as a nation for us to leave it to speculation. And that means that the governor of Rivers State, Sasemela Ifobara, and the FCT minister have to realize that the development and the future and the people of Rivers State is not about a political family. It is not about a godfather and a godson. It is about the people of Rivers State. And if it is about the people of Rivers State, then the people of Rivers State should be made aware of what they have agreed to. Because if it is not in the interest of Rivers State, the development of Rivers State, the security of Rivers State, and if it is only about who is going to win election in Rivers State in 2027 and who cannot run or who can run for the governorship of Rivers State, then I'm afraid that this also will crash at some point because the people of Rivers State will have the last say. I believe that it is about time that the president truly listens to the people of Rivers State. At no time has the president made this about the people of Rivers State. The president has made it about a political issue, about a political family that he, the president, does not belong to. The president is the leader of the APC. And this crisis in Rivers State, this political crisis in Rivers State, is about the PDP. I heard the video, or I watched the video. I heard what the FCT minister said, that peace has returned to Rivers State. It is the peace of a graveyard. As long as the people of Rivers State are not aware of what both himself and the elected governor have agreed to, this is very critical. And the fact that the governor have recognized by his own speech that the leaders of Rivers State, the people that attended the meeting with the president of Nigeria yesterday, are not the only leaders of Rivers State. There are some leaders of the PDP political party. So really, the people of Rivers State have been thrown under the bus once again by the attempt of the president in the desire, if you like, to make sure that Rivers State is captured by a handful of both Rivers sons and daughters, but in this case, I saw no woman in that picture. If you look at the picture that we all saw this morning, you can see very clearly that there is something very seriously unacceptable about the capture of the picture. You saw a governor of a state that has been suspended all by himself, and then you saw the gladiators that he has been fighting, some of the gladiators that have actually thrown Rivers State under the bus because of their political and power interest in Rivers State and in the PDP party as a whole and in Nigeria.
All right. So you don't hear within Ankyobrik. She really spoke a lot. She really spoke a lot.
You
I'd
know,
like you
you
to
know,
react to that.
Precious, let me be very honest with you. I'm happy she also said it as piece of the media. I can assure you that this piece will collapse before you know it.
They come on because I've been one go play with him.
Let
Bukola
me finish.
Saraki talk about the
Let
piece
me
now.
finish.
Bukola
Let
Saraki
me
doesn't talk
finish.
that thing now.
Let me
All right, sir.
finish. Let me finish.
Okay, sir.
You see, there's something about power. When you grab power, you never want to let it go. I can assure you that Fubara has accepted this. By the time it gets to 2027, Wike and President Bola Tinubu will be thrown under the bus. Ask me why.
Why?
Two things will happen. One is that Fubara will decamp to another party and contest governorship and leave.
So the same Rivers people who people are saying that he's betrayed are still the same people who vote for him. Is that what you're saying?
See, let me tell you how this thing will play out. It will play out in this way that right now, Fubara is behaving like an orphan. No mother, no father, nobody. In the next year and a half, he would have amassed much wealth to be able to withstand what lies ahead. This one of saying, don't contest, don't show interest, all that is hogwash. I am telling you, it is all hogwash because at the end of the day, the same people, Rivers people, will tell him to go and contest. And he will go and contest. Now, talking about Wike and his power, my brother from my state, Anyanwu, celebrated his sister's birthday yesterday.
I was going to come there.
I'm coming, please. How many political heavyweights did you see in that place?
Saraki, there are heavyweights. So
how many of them? How many of them did you see? Compared to when Amechi had his own.
Okay, is that what you're saying?
No,
but you cannot compare Anyanwu to Amechi now.
Why?
Amechi has become a minister how many times?
And so?
And has become a governor, two times governor, a speaker. So he
how many years has Anyanwu been in the Senate?
It doesn't matter now. You can't compare.
It matters. He has been in the Senate. He has been the secretary of PDP. See, this whole thing is such that power is transient. Enjoy it while it lasts. It doesn't last forever. Nobody is praying for anything bad. But I'm asking a question, and this is a very rhetorical question. If something happens tomorrow, and these power brokers are called by the Lord, what will happen?
That is if God calls them. But God never
Yes,
calls them now.
What will happen? When Abure was called by the Lord, what happened to his political dynasty? It's a question I'm asking.
Okay, now when you don't ask that question, make I quickly take. I would like take waiting Bukola Saraki talk about this matter, and in fact, before I take waiting Bukola Saraki talk, it go good make I take waiting Wike talk because Wike also give PDP some uppercuts for inside that conversation. So if for good, make I take waiting Saraki talk. I waiting Wike talk before I go straight to waiting Saraki talk. Now during Anyanwo's birthday, here is what Wike said. He was celebrating and
I
dancing.
see
You
the
know, he
sweet
carried
sauce,
band
he
dey
go
there.
the pain
Some other,
them.
you know, see,
I
you
see
don't
the
give us
pain them,
one on
boy,
one.
the sweet sauce. I see the sweet sauce, he go the pain them. I see the pain them, mama, he the sweet sauce.
So, you know,
Uh-huh.
the chairman and the
Yes,
advisor, they
yes.
are sitting together. They are not happy. They are not happy.
What
Me
is
and
that?
Sam and our group, we won. We won. So, thank you, Mama. God will continue to give you long life. And give Sam, my younger brother, long life. And all of us here.
No vex. How is Sam his younger brother if he's 57 and Sam is 60? That's what
And
I'm
that's
wondering. But
money they
let's go
talk
ahead.
now.
Let's go ahead.
And all of us here. Professor said to revive the party, you will try. Professor, chairman, book reviewer, you too. Are you sure? Are you ready to revive the party? Thank you and God bless you.
So, okay. So, whilst he had done this, he say, I mean, they can't sing for Amo. Can't even sing that one wicked song. They fear you. I don't go sing that. That here is what Bukola Saraki had to say about the reconciliation because it also had
We
to do with the
really
PDP.
didn't know the details of that reconciliation. I think the
This
details,
is according to an interview with Charles in RX Television.
well, we really didn't know the details of that reconciliation. I think the details will determine how it affects positively or negatively. I guess for the people of Rivers State, most is positive to the fact that there's reconciliation. But how it affects the political parties, yeah, I think will come in the details of what that is about.
Right. And I was going to ask you, what do you think they agreed on to achieve this peace? But you've kind of answered that. But I'm wondering if the PDP is possibly looking at another defection to the APC.
Well, at this time, I said before in my just open discussions that PDP would likely see, one or two more defections, and we should prepare ourselves for that. There is a possibility.
You mean including Fubara?
Maybe or maybe not. Maybe
Yeah.
Fubara, maybe others. I said, and as I speak to some of our colleagues, as we sit down and plan and strategize, we say, look, the worst is not yet. We haven't seen the worst of the defections for PDP. We'll probably see maybe one or two governors still defect. We might see some senators defect. But the long-term perspective for us, when you go around the country, the state chapters, the local government chapters, the party is still very strong on the grassroots. In some areas in the country, they're not even aware of what is happening at, suppose say, our level or in Abuja. And so the reaction we've seen at the grassroots, it gives us a lot of encouragement. But what we need to do is, let us get to the bottom and then start to build.
Yeah, but the problem is that it's not just happening in Abuja, though.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at the entire state, apparatus of the PDP defecting, for example, from Delta State, and then you look at,
Yeah, what I mean by that is
a lot of those people are at the grassroots
no, they're not
level
crises
as well.
they're not crises based on instability in Delta state chapters. That's what I
Right.
mean. There are things that are led based on decisions taken by the leaders. That's the
Right.
point I'm making. That it is not that the foundation is weak in those places. Like if you see people defecting in a particular state because there's crisis in that state, and the members of the state don't want to work together anymore. Where you're seeing defections based on leaders for what reason best known to them, it's top down, not, and that's why you're seeing in some states the leaders are saying we're going,
Yeah.
and you're seeing some of the grassroots members say, look, I've been PDP all my life. I've been PDP for 10, 20 years. I don't understand what you're saying. But out of
let
the
me stop
politics
it
that
here.
there's
Going
deference
by
to our
this
leaders.
interview with Saraki, he's very optimistic that there is need to revitalize and revive the PDP, understanding that all this matter really happen, it happen for the top. But people then waiting within the grassroots still believe say PDP na a party we be say they go fit still follow. But with this thing where they happen for inside the federal and with Wike might and yeah and we won, right? Do you think that Wike is ready to let go of the PDP? Understanding that people are also blaming Atiku Abubakar for the contributions he made or how he contributed to the crisis in the PDP right now. Do you think PDP is revivable? Really?
Let me say that PDP is going through a situation that they may not come out clean. What is happening in PDP is such that you have a wiki that is not a member of APC, but he only believes that his relevance is in PDP in terms of party structure. If Wike leaves PDP today, or if he gets booted out of PDP today, and he goes into APC, I keep asking that question. What position will he be holding? Maybe
Because he can't contest for presidency.
Maybe what he will do is to talk over the APC structure in the FCT. And maybe he become the chairman of FCT APC. Well, you see, what Wike is doing is more like holding down two places. Because if Wike is serious, if he believes that he has won, as he wants Nigerians to believe, he would also have said, I renounce my membership of PDP. Precious, go and note this down. You will recall that I said this thing this night. If Mubarak moved into APC today, that piece of the graveyard died the same day.
You think that Mubarak can do anything? Mubarak is defeated, though.
You see, this is a man can be down, but he's not out. And somebody like Fubara, any man that you see that accepts to be humiliated to this level has something he's looking at.
Really? You don't think he just wants peace and finish his tenure and go?
No. He has something he's looking at. Don't forget that even though they have asked people who are close to him, which is part of what we hear as part of the settlement, that those people should not get close to him or should not be seen in his government. At the end of the day, Fubara is going to have a shadow government in Rivers State.
I don't understand. How
well, break it down. He's going to have a shadow government. You will say I said it. Because he has passed through the fire. He has learned. He's learning the ways of politics. Politics 101 in a very difficult way. If he's smart enough, if Fubara is smart enough and has the IQ of an accountant, which is what he is, he will set up a shadow government.
Okay, so let's move quickly to other issues. Let's get going straight to the coalition right now. People are wondering the possibility of the coalition actually being able to oust President Bola Tinubu. Because according to the latest report, barring last-minute changes, the anti-Tinubu coalition is set to announce the African Democratic Congress (ADC) as its adopted platform, and not the ADA. Now, it was also gathered that former Senate President David Mark, who will serve as the interim national chairman of that party, the coalition. The decisions were reportedly taken by leaders of the anti-Tinubu group, including former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Labour Party's presidential candidate Peter Obi, former governors El Rufai, Rotimi Amechi, and the rest of them. Now, 3 credible sources has confirmed that Mark had accepted to be the new leader of the ADC, an existing party. Sources noted that the coalition was still in the process of selecting a national secretary following the decision of former Osun State Governor Abure and I think Senator Ben Obi to decline the offer. Now, insiders said a consensus would soon be reached on the position of the national secretary, adding that the ADC would be officially unveiled later this week as the coalition party. Now, President Tinubu's admission, of course, we know the reason why the coalition is coming up. So, do you see this coalition after all? Remember when the ADA registration started? And next thing we hear say to ADA, don't they? But right now, INEC don't find a lot of so okay, don't they ready to make sure so we help on a register ADA and all that. So it be like say since the coalition just they do many money more. They just they do them. The more you look, the less you see. Now that they are officially about to adopt the ADC, if this report is anything to go by, do you think the likes of David Mark and all of them coming together can really work together in peace without any other outside infiltration to oust President Bola Tinubu in 2027, sir?
In all honesty, to oust President Bola Tinubu is very easy.
Yeah.
Yes, it is very easy. And how do you start to oust them? Is by those who have come together as a coalition. Every one of, like I keep saying, every one of them is a hawk. And everyone wants to be a leader. Everyone wants to be a candidate. The only way they can remove Bola Tinubu as president is by adopting Peter Obi as their candidate. Anything short of that, I am telling you, they're wasting their time. And so it falls on the lives of Atiku Abubakar to understand what is at stake, to understand that he needs to act like a statesman and shield his own desires to become president. And let everybody, let me tell you the thing about the coalition. The names you have mentioned, these are people who have structures. And what do you need to win an election? A structure. The undoing of Labour Party in the last 2023 election was because they lacked structure across the entire country. So if you bring Atiku and you give Atiku the Northeast, you give David Mark the North Central. You give the Lion of Rivers the South.
Mm-hmm.
You give Obi the Southeast. These are people who already have their own structures. So all they need to do is to activate their structures, activate themselves. And you will now have what I will call potential tsunami 2027.
Oh, wow. You think it's that easy?
It is that easy. Because in 2027, people will vote and insist that their votes are counted.
Okay, but remember there's also this problem. Okay,
after all, your AG has come out openly to say that police, we not involve ourselves for it, we're not, yes.
But remember, there is also this issue of whether or not Atiku Abubakar is going to run, or if he's going to step down for either an Amechi or a Peter Obi.
No, Amechi is not in the picture of going for presidency, because Amechi knows that he does not have that organic love. He does not have that spread right now. Let's be honest with ourselves. The best the like of Amechi can do is to deliver the entire South that has been handed over to him.
So that means the best Peter Obi can also do is to settle for vice presidency, which his supporters have said that
the best Peter Obi can do is to be thrown up as the candidate.
But will Atiku Abubakar and
Atiku Abubakar needs to make that sacrifice for the betterment of Nigeria.
Oh,
for the fact that he's saying that this whole coalition is not about them, the political class, but about the Nigerian people.
Okay, so the sources.
We want to see the patriotism in Atiku.
Okay, but sources are also having that Peter Obi has eventually agreed to settle for vice presidential.
No. Don't
The only way
forget the precious. Forget that your son. I don't want to hear. If Peter Obi settles for a vice, I am telling you, if he settles for a vice, he has committed what we call political suicide. Yes. Because the law of Peter Obi has is organic. And if we look at it, if you put Peter Obi side by side Atiku, Peter Obi will beat him. Even in the north. So now we are questioning the patriotism of Atiku. We don't want you to give us lip service. We don't want you to tell us by mere words, oh, that you're a patriotic Nigerian, that we are fighting for the interests of the people. We want to see it demonstrated practically. And that is why we are calling on Atiku to shelve his own ambition of being a president and support Peter Obi.
Now, remember that there are also governors. Okay, all right. Then let's leave that, because I was going to go to a lot. But then, ADP chairman has also asked that the president be stripped of power to appoint INEC chairman and IGP, because that's a major problem that we have. I mean,
that is left in the hand of your National Assembly. If you give them one name now, they will be vexing. Now, why are you calling them appendage? Why are you calling them this? Why are you calling them that? But that is what they have shown to be.
But what is the possibility of defeating President Bola Tinubu without a proper electoral reform? That's the complaint everybody has had. I mean, everyone.
The thing is this: it is left for the people. Sovereignty belongs to the people, and the people must be ready to defend that sovereignty. See, Nigerians don't suffer. Nigerians, they suffer. They still suffer. I told you that the hunger in Nigeria is getting. The tempo is growing every day. Every day. I'm sure you've seen the Nollywood actor that said he was promised 1.5 million and nobody has paid him up till now.
I was going to say that. I was going to state that immediately.
So
but,
that is to show you how the thing has gotten.
He said MC Olomo promised them 1.5 million naira, 2.5 million naira, made them vote Bola Tinubu. Since then, till now, they never see any money. That things are hard. He said we campaign for Tinubu, we've campaigned for Sanwo-Olu until this very moment. We have not been paid a dime. Is that good? Lalude, now they talk this on during a show. I said behind the fame, as they publish him. He said a lot. He said it was MC Oluomo who invited us. He promised Alapini and me that whatever we demanded, he would give us. We did, but to date, we have got no kobo. I be a kobo. That he said that debts that owe us for work will be given. Curse. He said, listen, curse will kill robbers. I don't get it. What is this? It is quite
don't need to go for it. It is people like that have sold this country.
He said that over 100 of them who campaign for the president. I think
they have no conscience. A lot of content creators, a lot of Nollywood people, a lot of people who believe that they are models to the Nigerian younger generation, they have no conscience. Is it not so shameful? This is shameful. It shows you how much was spent in 2023 election, how much promises were made. This man had just spoken like the late Onoposo. Yes, that is it.
It's still shocking that Mr. Nokwasa is dead, though.
It is. It is. It is painful. But the good thing about it is that the man came out and cleared his conscience. He cleared his conscience.
But is it fair that the president has actually not condoled with his family or made a public announcement or recognition of his death? Irrespective
about the people that they say condolence. Now, by the moment they say the condolence, so he's still there for list. He never reached in turn.
Hi, that is really unfair, because if you really.
But that is the reality of Nigeria. When you fall out of the political class, you become rubbish. And that is what we keep telling Nigerians. It's not about that cup of rice they're giving to you, balls of onions, 5,000 or 10,000 they're giving to you. You mortgage your conscience and the conscience of your generation yet unborn. I only wish that Nigerians will learn from those who are suffering this penury now. I hope they will learn to understand that we need to do the right thing as a people. We need to have leaders we can hold accountable. So long as you keep collecting money from politicians and allowing them to have their way, you cannot hold them accountable. That is why you see the like of Yaya Bello now telling you he's sick. He has high blood pressure. He wants to go abroad. That is it. Those are the kind of leaders you have. That's why you have the governor, the present governor of Kogi State, who cannot even say anything. His own is just anything goes. It is the same situation. The only difference between Ododo and your own governor, your suspended governor, Fubara, is that Fubara tried to, he tried to shake body, but Ododo no really shake body. So imagine, for once, Precious, that Wike was not a minister. Do you think he would wield the same power he's wielding now?
It would have been hard. That's so many things.
Power is patient.
That's so many things. All right. So okay. So 2027, Shehu Sani has also said that he's going to back the re-election of Bola Tinubu and Obasani as governor.
Please, Precious. I don't want to hear about Shehu Sani. I'm disappointed with him. Honestly speaking. Yes, I attended a program organized by the
he said that the re-election of President Tinubu is more important to him than any other election.
Yes, I attended a function a few months back at organized by the Catholic Church, and he was there as one of the keynote speakers. And this man spoke in such a way that people, were happy. But suddenly he woke up from sleep and swallowed everything he has said. And that is why I've said, don't trust any Nigerian politician. Trust them at your own peril. So Shehu Sani should not disturb our ears anymore. He has moved on. He has suddenly become another bride of APC. So he shouldn't disturb us. I know the next thing he wants to do is to contest for either governorship or to come back to the Senate. But Kaduna people will deal with him. Kaduna people go pay him back. The last time I heard him speak, he said he's a member of the civil society. And that when he was elected, he did not betray the civil society. Today, what has he done? A man that has no staying spirit. A man that cannot be held accountable. A man that has turned into anywhere belly face. So Senator Shehu Sani should please allow Nigerians to breathe. You want to go to APC, go to APC. Don't give us 1,001 reasons. He's not talking like Ojus Okalo. So let them, since they believe, Ojus Okalo has said that if his own he's putting his life on the line for 2027 for Bola Tinubu. We are watching. He was the governor for 8 years. Today he can go to Abure State, drive freely. He's seen the beauty of that state, and he couldn't do any of that. Is he not ashamed? But another person is doing it today, and he's happy. So please, there are people you don't talk about. Let them, we just believe that they are politicians all their life. Politicians, they just benefit from the people, the largesse of the people. That is what they're known for.
All right, sir. So let me quickly let Nigerians know that phone lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts or reactions on the conversations that we've had tonight. So kindly call us. The phone numbers are now open. See, if you go for the comment section, you did post where they pinned there. Follow that post, make it come straight into the studio. You go feature us inside the studio. Or you call the WhatsApp number 0817-029-4077. That's not the WhatsApp line. And then don't forget to click on like on this post, subscribe, and then also go follow Prince Francis Chilaka at the Naked Truth TV 01. The Naked Truth TV 01. Now there you go follow Prince Francis Chilaka. Now Prince Francis, and don't forget to subscribe to very quickly. So Prince Francis, I beg, I want to make a visit one matter as it gets to do with Labour Party. Very, very, very important, because the former national treasurer of Labour Party, Oluchi Opara, remember that one where blow the whistle on Abure, on how Abure they send money, he go send to engagement, he go send to his wife, he go send to different accounts, then they go resend back to Ram. She blew that whistle then. Now she don't come the clap hand now for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, for omitting the party's immediate past national chairman, Julius Abure, from its latest official engagement. Now, according to her. For inside a statement we say issued today, Sunday, for inside Abuja, Opera say INEC took a commendable and principled stand when it left Abure out of both the groundbreaking ceremony for the Commission's new national headquarters and the INEC political parties consultative meeting held on the 26th of June 2025, because those two these things, Abure no day. Quoting her for what she talked, she say the decision is fully consistent with the Supreme Court ruling, which overturned earlier judgment that had erroneously ruled in Abure's favor. She noted, adding that the move underscores INEC's commitment to enforcing the constitutional guidelines of political parties. Now, Opera further praised the Commission's refusal to recognize the sham congresses and primaries organized by Abure's faction for the 28th June 2025 FCT Area Council elections, describing the exercise as an effort or affront to democratic principles. That's what she talked. Now, she said the ex-treasurer also condemned that what she called Abure's sit-tight mentality, asserting that attempts to overstay one's tenure violate the Labour Party's constitution and erode public trust. Then, quoting further, she says, INEC's clear message is that no individual, regardless of position, is above the law, Opera said. Now, this should deter any officials or party officials who flout their party's constitution for personal gain. She urged INEC to maintain its vigilance in monitoring party affairs to foster principle and discipline and accountability, so she said. And then also emphasizing that internal democracy strengthens public confidence in political parties and Nigeria's electoral system generally. Opera also called on Labour Party members and Nigerians at large to reject any actions that undermines the rule of law, stressing that the strength of our democracy depends on the integrity of its institutions and the accountability of those who lead them. So if the institution where it's supposed to be in charge of democracy, like INEC, no get better strength, and the people where they in charge no they accountable, then be say no get ahead. What in this one mean? I think say INEC just do minor omission and they will still go back to recognizing Abure. Remember, say a particular party don't carry INEC go court. So now they don't serve INEC chairman from, I think, from 49 for contempt of court because of say he refused to recognize the duly elected members of that party. Where he be say courts don't give them approval several times, say recognize these people, but INEC chairman refused to recognize them. So then people they say he may risk jail term if he beats our leaders, they go jail for inside this country. So what do you think is playing out right now, and what do you think the fate of Labour Party may be, sir?
For me, Abure has overstayed his welcome. When we talk about the crisis in the Labour Party, a lot of people have come out to try to support Abure. But I keep saying that if you are leading people and suddenly the people now say, we don't want you, we are fed up with you, the honorable thing to do is to step aside. Unfortunately, there are very few people in Nigeria that step aside. Now, we go to say, one of the people don't step aside, whether na sack the Sakamo, whether na resignation proper, na Ganduje, na the Gandola, But he has, whatever it is that has happened, he has stepped aside honorably. And that is what people expected from Abure. But, it appears that there is something in Labour Party that is making Abure not to want to step aside. And like I keep saying, the leader of the party today is the governor of Abia State. That is where parties are structured. It is not Peter Obi that
They are blaming Peter Obi.
People are blaming Peter Obi because they are not informed. Peter Obi is not the leader of the party. He has no executive powers. The man that has the executive power of the party today is Oti. So if Oti and those who also belong to the National Working Committee and all of that have come together and said, we don't want you. What is so difficult is stepping aside. And you know that this lady has been consistent in pointing fingers at Abure. And I believe that the case is still in court. She has been consistent. Even when that case was in court, that was when everybody was expecting that Abure, as a man of honor and proven integrity, should have stepped aside so that proper investigation will be carried out. But no. Now do or die. Now me go there. Anything you want, make it happen. If everyone fall, make it fall. That is the mentality of the political class. They don't want to give way. They want to hold sway. But like she said, I think that it is high time INEC begins to do the right thing. INEC should allow party supremacy to take place and not dictate and decide for the parties what to do. Because when you do that, INEC too is becoming a dictator. So yes, the party has its own organ how it operates, and it is the party to say, this is who we want as chairman, this is who we want as our secretary, not for INEC to be the one to dictate to them. So I hope that INEC has retraced her step, and that INEC will do the right thing going forward.
All right, Nigerians, phone lines are put up. Well, let's hope this goes well. But if this goes well, that means what does it mean? Or maybe it's clear now that Peter Obi it's leaving the party. I mean, I'm wondering what it really does mean, because almost
if it goes on, if that is what is playing out, it means that the caretaker committee is in charge of the party.
But what benefits does he have, especially now that Peter Obi may be moving to the ADC if this coalition?
Don't forget that those who are forming the coalition, they are not forming it with their parties.
So they still remain in their parties. But they are going to have to join the coalition party now for them to contest for election.
Right now, they're all individuals from different parties coming together. At the end of the day, if their parties decide to join the coalition, it's their own wish. Yes.
So na porridge.
Anybody that feels chop, may chop the wakago.
Nangongo. All right, Nigeria's phone lines are open. Let's get your thoughts and reactions on the conversations we've had tonight. If you'd like to call us, jumping straight ahead and call us, let's just have a few conversations. Call the WhatsApp line. I've told you the WhatsApp number already, 0817-029-4077. That's the WhatsApp number. Or you just click on the link that is inside the pinned post, that is on the pinned post, and then come straight to the studio and join us in the studio. There's quite a lot to talk about, but I like to draw the curtain. Your Enugu State Governor talks for now. He never did leave PDP. He still did PDP for now. I am still in the PDP, as you can see. The flag behind me is that of the PDP. Now, so you talk so you don't they are lay fears. I'm not gonna the fear say they go anywhere.
No, let me see. Wait. What did I have for Enugu? And the fact say, Charles Soludo solution. The time when in play, no the workers in plan now.
How?
He was hoping that he would have the support of APC in coming back as a governor. But
he does have the support of APC already now, does he not?
When the APC have a candidate, when your president has asked the APC candidate to go and capture Anambra State for him,
but the same president gave him the opportunity and told him that he stands behind him, that he's by him.
So, no problem now. Make I see whether the president Bola Ahmed, what I know, go leave the own party candidate, go support person never join the party. Not with the vote now.
Okay, I know so we don't talk about this matter before, but again, it came up again. I would like to, there is already current crisis because North Central still the fighting and they're supposed to get the chairmanship of the ruling party APC as Ganduje don't resign, but that's a matter for another day. Ohanes Ndibo don't also tell Gowon again, say in being they use them to execute an unjust war against Igbos. This is like the third, fourth time that Gowon has been called out following his contribution and whatever happened in Nigeria. People are saying that when they leave the man, make it old, say make it day where he say he don't old. But make I take this call, get back to that. Hello, good evening. Sir, good evening, sir.
How do you do, my dear sister?
I did fine, my brother. Welcome. Remind me your name again.
Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. This is
Super, you're welcome. Super, you're welcome.
I'll be brief, man. I greet my big uncle of Uchilaka, the man with the talk truth. I respect him so much.
I greet you, my brother.
Okay, just one thing, just one point. You know, when you were talking about all the governors, the campaign to APC, so that they can tap from the center. My dear sister, all that one, and it looked like that is not a national item as far as Nigerian governors and politicians are concerned right now. Oh yeah, it's a national item. Number one. Are they not getting monthly allocation?
I don't wonder. I don't know. I do wonder.
Whether PDP, whether Abgao, whether who will come out?
Even Alex Oti self no fit talk against Tinubu self. He said Tinubu na friend, they support him. So why all of them they fear to even? Why all the governors they fear to criticize Tinubu? Why? The only people who never fear to criticize are northern governors. Those ones just in between.
You know, and also. My big uncle there was talking about Imo State governor. I am from Imo State. And you too, baby. I am from Imo State. No,
I'm not from Imo State, though. How many states are going to give me for Nigeria? Okay. All right. Thank you, sir.
Because when my uncle said he is from Imo State, his own Imo State governor, who is the chairman of APC, progressive, whatever. What development has he brought into the system? You will now say, they say don't bring.
They ain't saying do road, though. They're saying don't do road. Pass all your former governors join together.
Absolutely nothing.
It's
absolutely nothing.
Now, people they talk saying do road, though.
Which people? I got families there. I have families there that I communicate with every day. That complain. The group where I belong to. I belong to my village group. Every day, everybody is complaining. My own brother is a vice chairman of
Emeka Anthony Day here for my comment. Talk so Zodima is doing a great job.
He's a paid agent. Now people that they give 10,000 naira that every month.
Go and do your investigation journalism. Whether I don't pay, whether he is paying 70,000. They are not doing anything. They are just using this as like a national item. They want to connect to center. Connect to center for what? Must you join APC to connect to center? Must you join APC to get development in your state?
So you don't notice something will happen. The Cross River State governor immediately ports enter inside APC. The president not promise and say he will build a bomb deep sea ports. Yes, the bomb deep this sea port. So does it mean that if he didn't port or if he didn't decamp, they no go build the deep sea port for Ibom Akwa Ibom State?
If you know join, they no go be all.
I mean, too, they ask on the same question now.
All the states that are building port or whatever, are they all APC states? Are they not other political parties that are governors that are building the seaport or airport or whatever? It's about your proposal.
Thank you. I make a leave you.
It's about your proposal. Once you make a proposal clear, you present it to Abuja. Once they will approve it for you, once you say it's a request, you make requests. And there's no way you make a request, and when they find it that this is a good request, which will bring development and jobs and whatever, which will not be granted.
Thank you.
It's not a must that you must join APC to connect to center. Now to siphon money. That is just to connect to siphon money.
Thank you.
Connect to siphon money.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate it. Sunday. Happy Sunday to you too. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Evening. Just a quick one, please.
Okay, good. Please remind us your name and where you're calling from.
Joseph Oji, calling from London.
You're welcome, Mr. Joseph Oji. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, it's regarding Anambra State. You know, the Labour candidate, one Chief Moralu in Anambra. I just want to confirm from the gentleman with you there that he got Peter Obi's blessings. I don't know if he got, because I know he's Abure's candidate. But I'm not sure, has he got Peter Obi's blessings? Because the man still, I saw the huge crowd that welcomed him at the airport and then other issues that he's doing. Looks like he's a huge force in Anambra. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I just want to confirm.
All right, thank you. Prince Francis, you have any idea?
No, I didn't hear what he said.
He wants to know if Mogalu, the Labour Party's governorship candidate for the Anambra State election, has got Peter Obi's support.
I don't really know. I don't really know. But
Because
let's
I do
watch and see.
remember that Kenneth Okonkwo
The
was
coming days will tell us whether I have gotten the support or not.
okay. So because I remember Kenneth Okonkwo was accusing Peter Obi of backing all the candidates from Abure's primaries, and that's so he was playing two sides. That's part of the accusation he made at that time.
Please
So,
don't. I don't want us to talk about.
Okay. Well, no, thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. All right. Hello. Good evening and welcome. Hello. 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 Oh dear. What happened? Okay. All right. I was hoping we would have had that conversation very quickly, so that would quickly wrap up. Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. I thought I picked your call, but I don't know why you didn't want to respond to us. Sorry. Hello. Good evening. Good evening and welcome. Okay, Prince Chilaka can hear you. Welcome, sir. Tony from Chicago.
Yeah, please, I'm not hopeful of being agent client. I live here in Chicago. I don't do anything with hopeful Zodima.
Oh, you are the one that responded that he's doing well, right?
I say that.
Okay.
Yes, I'm from Malus.
Okay.
You're from Olu.
He said
Tell
you're
him
from
I'm from Ubise.
He said, just hold on. He said from Mbise, say no road around Mbise at all.
I know,
Oh, you know? Okay.
I come in. Hopeful Zodima is doing great job. As far as road construction is concerned, with very quality road.
Around where and where?
Olu to Owerri now, he can close the head of the
So why is he exempting other parts of the states? Okay. Okay.
He's state by state.
Eh.
Now he has to Orata. Now he's not doing BC road now. President can ask your people.
He's not asking my people. My mother is in Mbise. My mother is in Mbise right now. She just went back. There is no road in Mbise from Ayana Junction. From Ayana Junction to everything there is no road.
He said that his mother is in Mbise right now and that she just traveled, but there is no road in Mbise. There's no
from Ayana Junction to everything there is no road.
Now he has done Orata. I got people where I lived before. They say I cannot remember that place again. People are saying good about the road from Olu to where now you can close there and drive it. It's not one lane, it's not two, the 3 lanes.
See, let us be sincere with ourselves.
Thank you so much.
Let me educate him small. When Rogers was governor, it was the same Olu road that he focused on. Are you getting me? Hope too is focusing on the same road.
Hello?
I can hear you.
I'm just telling our caller to hold on. Go ahead, sir.
So I was saying that. Can you hear me now? I can't hear you.
Prince Francis Chilaka, kindly wrap up so that the guest on the phone will speak.
Oh no, I'm saying that Rogers spent his 8 years doing the same road, Olu to Owerri. This one too has spent almost how many years doing the same road? There is no road from Ingera Junction passing through Ezini Itembise. There is no road. Go and make inquiries.
Okay. That's okay. Thank you. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Precious.
Sir?
I always enjoy your program.
Oh, thank you. Stop it. I like it.
I cannot miss your program every day. I'm speaking from US.
Thank you, sir.
Every day. I used to watch your program.
Thank you, sir. So now as I not give me sabbatical leave like this. See me see wahala every day. That's how I go day.
Don't worry, you go better for you.
Thank you,
They are
sir.
doing a good job.
Thank you.
You see, let me tell you one thing, sister. We are talking about 2027. Who knows tomorrow? All these people talking. You see the way Wike, if you watch Wike very well, it's a pity. They are the confusionist politicians we have in this country today. And then the president, let us pray for him. As we are praying for him to complete his term, if he finishes his term, then we will see whether 2027 is going to be reality. I thank you very much for what you are doing. Continue feeding us, encouraging us. You see, the man, your guest is a fantastic man.
Thank you, sir.
Very fantastic man.
Thank you, sir.
Anytime I'm watching your guest, he talks like an experienced man.
Thank you, sir.
So I bless you all.
Thank you, sir.
I bless you all. I am at my 80 years of age.
Oh, thank you so much,
And
sir.
so when I'm talking, I know what I'm saying. We have been following what is happening in Nigeria. That's my country. I can't leave my country. Oh, wow, what is happening? Let us continue to pray. People spoiling this country up. Number one, Wike is pushing the president. And it's a pity. The president has an idea, he knows what to do. But when you have sycophants surrounding you, it's a pity.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you, precious.
Thank you, sir. You didn't tell us your name, sir.
Continue. He said?
You didn't tell us your name, sir.
My name is a pity. I am Mr. Shino Bakari.
Mr. Shino Bakari, you're welcome, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you
God
so much,
bless
sir.
you. God bless
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, sir. Do enjoy the rest of the weekend, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye. All right, Prince Francis, sir. Okay, somebody here is answering you. He says the Owerri Olu road stopped at Banana Junction. There are no roads in Idato and Uru, east and west. Mr. Anthony, Mr. Tony from Chicago, did you hear your responses? Okay. Well, let me take your parting shot because night don't come. Let's go. Yeah.
Well, my parting shot is that I'm appealing to Nigerians, especially the Nigerian youths and the Nigerian women, because these are the people who vote. I'm appealing to them that we should all come together and stop voting people because of what they're going to give you, which is not even half of their monthly salary. It's not up to half of their monthly salary. What they give you for the elections, for you to put them there for 4 years. And within that 4 years, your children, my children, generations unborn are going to be suffering poverty. Today, Nigeria, we're in multi-dimensional poverty. It is not because we do not have what it takes to get out of it, but it is because a lot of us have mortgaged our conscience, mortgaged our votes, mortgaged our integrity to the political class. 2027 is by the corner. 18 years and above, please go and get your voter's card. And when you hold on to it, know that sovereignty, that's your voter's card, a power out, Bola, use and well. Go to my own YouTube, the Naked Truth TV 01, and subscribe.
I think that song you want single. When you start that, go to my artist and the music you want sing. Because which latest release with this now? I'll be one of these people that go feature you.
I am never.
So kindly go to Naked Truth TV 01. Prince Francis still like they drop back-to-back hits there. In case you don't know, they drop, but a single. They do collabo. No be like me where they do collabo. They drop single. Maybe very soon they go start collabo. Are you looking forward to featuring any artist very soon in
No,
your
I'm not going to feature now. I'm going to be my first collaboration.
All right. So in the no wahala, that's not a problem. It's a piece of cake for me. You know that. You can wake me up, tap me up and ask me anything about Nigerian politics. I always did. Yeah, I did for you.
Yeah, I
Start
know.
getting start,
You're
start
good at
getting
it.
Don't worry, don't worry. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. And Nigerians, please kindly follow Prince Francis Chilaka at Naked Truth 01. You can see that highlighted in his name, Naked Truth TV 01. My name is Precious Enya, and I'd like to say a big thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let me let you go. Thank you. I appreciate you. Do enjoy the rest of your week. And then to everyone, I appreciate you. I love you guys so jaggers. I don't say I love her now. So protect your mental health and please be safe, please. And then say wahala need to finish, and I know say I love her. So kindly go follow me now, like a village people now at Precious Any TV. See, I'm now there you there right now. Go click on the subscription button. You know they pay money for inside now. Why you do like this now? It is free. Click on the subscription button. Also like this post and share it. I love on plenty. I will see on again tomorrow evening, God willing. Protect your mental health because wahala need to finish. Good night and God bless you.